ZeP125 English version, paying to learn. For years, the West has said one thing. China copied, China imitated, China took shortcuts, but common sense matters.
Remember, I think it's like 9 out of the 10 top science and technology schools in the world are now in China. They lead in science and technology in many different fields. This has completely flipped in the last half to a decade. We used to lead most of them, now they lead most of them.
China learned by building for Western companies under contracts the Western willingly signed. This matters now because industrial power is no longer about who invents first, but who learns fastest at scale and who improves. Tonight, we explain how this actually worked and what it changed. Act 1. The signal. The signal is not speed records, it's output. China now produces high-speed trains at industrial volume, not prototypes, not prestige units, but fleets. A single Chinese factory can assemble hundreds of train sets per year.
Infrastructure. If you want to build a data center here in the United States, from breaking ground to standing up an AI supercomputer is probably about 3 years. They can build a hospital in a weekend. That's a real challenge.
That level of throughput is rare in this industry. This did not emerge organically. It was the result of an early strategic choice. By the early 2000s, China faced a constraint. Its rail system was overloaded. Its economy was expanding faster than its infrastructure. Incremental upgrades were insufficient. Time was the limit factor. The adjustment was deliberate. China did not try to innovate alone. It chose proximity. Instead of importing finished trains, China opened its market conditionally. Access was granted only if production moved inside the country. The consequence was physical learning. Western companies did not sell from afar. They built inside Chinese factories. Engineers worked side by side. Processes were observed daily. Mistakes were corrected in real time. This mattered because manufacturing is where systems are understood. Design explains intention. Production exposes reality. That is the signal, and it pointed forward. Act 2. The mechanism. The mechanism followed a clear sequence. China offered something no supplier could ignore, the world's largest future high-speed rail market. In return, foreign manufacturers accepted joint ventures. Technology transfer was written into the contracts. This was not informal imitation, it was licensed manufacturing. Design blueprints were shared, assembly processes were documented, training occurred inside operating plants. The constraint was speed. China needed national coverage quickly. The adjustment was to treat procurement as education. Each contract became a training cycle. Each order paid for experience. The consequence was absorption through repetition. Chinese engineers learned traction systems. They learned aerodynamics. They learned signaling and integration. Learning was enforced through localization. Imported components declined each year. Domestic substitutes replaced them. As output increased, confidence followed. Assembly turned into modification. Modification turned into integration. Subsystems from different partners were combined. German power systems, Japanese bogie designs, French-inspired controls. This was not elegance, it was function. Another constraint emerged. Too many variations slowed scale. The adjustment was standardization, fewer platforms, unified specifications. The consequence was frictionless expansion. By mid-2010, China no longer depended on foreign blueprints. It understood the system end to end. Learning had crossed a threshold. Act 3. The consequence. Standardization changed the trajectory. China consolidated its manufacturers into a single entity. CRRC was designed for multiplication, not experimentation. One platform replaced many. Parts became interchangeable. Maintenance simplified. Factories shifted towards industrial rhythm. Robotic welding, modular assembly, predictable throughput. Costs fell steadily. Output increased reliably. Delivery timelines compressed. This unlocked export capacity. Trains were no longer bound by foreign intellectual property. Infrastructure, rolling stock, and financing moved together as one package. The strategic effect is structural. Western firms still build excellent trains, but they build them in limited numbers. China builds systems at scale and continuously. This creates a timing imbalance. Countries needing rapid infrastructure choose certainty over customization. The result is not universal dominance, it's divergence. Chinese standards spread where scale matters most. Western standards remain where bespoke integration dominates. Industrial power now follows those who manufacture, learn, and standardize fastest. China did not become number one by copying from the outside. It learned from the inside through licensed production and repetition at scale. What appears as imitation is often industrial education, and education compounds when it is practiced daily. The system now favors those who build first, learn fastest, and improve continuously. 知彼知己，百战不殆 means he who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. By Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And this is the Zircon Show. In case we don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.